There is this American mythology. If you're a man, you need to be self-reliant as a man. Put those work boots on. Needing help is a weakness. You work until you fall into bed. Work harder, more hours. No help, that is weakness. And stupidity. Nobody does it alone. Steve Jobs was smart. He didn't invent the mouse. Mark Zuckerberg was smart, but he took somebody else's ideas, a couple of twins, and then surrounded himself with great engineers and management. Bill Gates had Paul Allen, Steve Ballmer, hundreds of brilliant engineers. This worship of players and athletes who are loyal to average rosters, coaches, and GMs is just plain dumb. Yesterday, Chris Paul had a choice. He made the right one. Houston's got, compared to the Clippers, a better GM, a better star player, more shooters, more youth, better state taxes, better suited for 2017, and better franchise history. I go to Clipper games often. I like their employees. I like their team. But there'll always be two in this city to the Lakers. Chris Paul, of course, made the right move. Go ask Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Won a title in college with James Worthy. James left. Michael never won another college title. You can't do it alone. Michael, without Scottie Pippen, 3 years. Bagel, no titles. With Scottie, 10 years, 6 titles. It's why, of course, LeBron left Cleveland. Why should Paul George stay in Indianapolis? It's not a free agent destination. It's a very weak roster, and he's wanted and sought by several elite franchises. Let's talk Gordon Hayward. Saturday, Gordon Hayward will make a decision, and it's a fairly easy decision with 3 teams. Lifestyle, pick Miami. Money, pick Utah. Want to win? Pick the Celtics. I'd pick the Celtics. Now, Utah isn't terrible, but they have no chance to win a title. They don't have the personnel. Gordon Hayward, it should be noted, has over-delivered for the Jazz. They didn't think he'd be this good. But look at what they have done in the draft to support him. Dante Exum, Jazz pick him. Nikola Jokic, much better player for Denver, was available. In 2013, they drafted Trey Burke. He's a whiff. The Greek Freak and C.J. McCollum were both available after. Utah has failed Gordon Hayward. You can't do it alone in life. It's fake mythology. Our president calls it fake news. In the 2011 draft, Enes Kanter, Alex Burks, Jazz draft him. Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson, all available. My friends, Utah has failed Gordon Hayward. They're not miserable. I like their coach. Joe Johnson, a good pickup. Rudy Gobert, I like him too. But they're not elite. And last year may have been a little bit of an outlier. Remember Portland a couple years ago having that one series? We thought they'd return to the next level, and they really didn't this year. Swept. Pursue the better GM. Pursue the better coach. Pursue the better roster. You can't do it alone. That stupid American mythology that does not exist. Get a partner. Get married. Join another company. Seek to elevate those around you. It is not a sign of weakness. Daryl Morey is very smart. I believe he went to one of them there schools up in the Northeast called an Ivy League school. It may have been the Big Red Harvard. I think it may have been. He's smart. Daryl Morey, analytics. He is the man running the Houston Rockets. Yesterday, he said, here's why I went out, and I'm going to pay a lot of money to the Clippers' Chris Paul.
You know, it's a guards-based league. You know, it's a weapons race in the NBA, and you're either in the weapons race or on the sidelines. And, you know, we felt like this is, with James Harden in his prime and Chris Paul in his prime, you know, this gives us a real shot to chase, you know, the juggernaut teams that are out there, and puts us right there with them.
Exactly. Step up or get stepped on. For the record, he didn't go to Harvard. My bad. He went to MIT. Harder to get into. The middle is getting squeezed everywhere, including my business, including the movie business. Studios used to make 40 movies. They now make 8. You got to be a franchise or cheap. The middle gets squeezed. Right now in the NBA, here's who's interesting. Golden State, Cleveland, Boston, and today Houston. Here's who's also interesting. The Lakers and Sixers, totally rebuilding. Raptors, Hawks, Pistons, Memphis, blah, middle. Airline industry, Virgin doing well. British Airlines, Delta, or go cheap Southwest. Don't get stuck in the middle. Right now in the NBA, you either got to go arms race, Houston decided to do that, or you go rebuild. Lakers, Sixers both decided to do that. And the Lakers and Sixers today, it's interesting. That's why I've said about Russell Westbrook and the MVP, the triple doubles. It doesn't do anything for me. In fact, I wonder if goosing your rebound stats turns off other stars. I'm more impressed last year with James Harden. It was noticeable. He started playing defense and sharing the ball. In fact, we started complaining during the playoffs that James Harden wasn't taking over games. For years, we complained about that with LeBron James. And then we noticed the next 10 years, players wanted to play with him. We were crushing, you were crushing LeBron James for not taking all the big shots. But players interpret that differently. Hey, I could get shots. So why those people criticize James Harden for not taking all the shots in the playoffs, it's a turn on for Chris Paul. He just acknowledged it. James Harden gets it. Westbrook gets the hardware. Harden gets the better teammate. Here's his coach, Mike D'Antoni.
We're all in, and James has always been all in. And that's what makes it nice. And it means sharing more of the spotlight or sharing the ball or sharing whatever. He more than willing will do that. And he's always a willing passer and a willing playmaker. That's why I thought the playmaking thing would work, and that's why I think this will work, because he's willing to do whatever it takes to win.
All the media and fans do is crush players who don't take the final shot. But people don't want to play with Melo. They don't want to play with Kobe at the end. They want to play with LeBron and Harden, who shift their games to play well with others. So props to Houston for remaining relevant and joining the arms race and being more interesting. And props to James Harden for a willingness to be part of a team and telling D'Antoni and Daryl Morey, get me more stars. I'll take fewer shots. I love what Houston did, and I can also love what the Sixers and Lakers are doing. Stuck in the middle is nowhere to be in American business.